Section 305 of Morth 5th Revision Embankment Construction 305.1 General 305.1.1 Description. These specifications shall apply to the construction of embankments including subgrades, earthen shoulders and miscellaneous backfills with approved material and obtained from approved source, including material from roadway and drain excavation, borrow pits or other source. All embankments, subgrades, earthen shoulder and miscellaneous backfills shall be constructed in accordance with the lines, grades and cross sections shown on the drawing or as directed by the engineer. 305.2 Material and General Requirements. 305.2.1 Physical Requirements. 305.2.1.1 The material used in embankments, subgrade, earthen shoulders and miscellaneous backfills shall be soil, moram, gravel, reclaimed material from private pavement, fly ash, pond ash, a mixture of these or any other material as approved by the engineer. Such material shall be tree of logs, stumps, roots, rubbish or any other ingredient likely to deteriorate or affect the stability of the embankment. The following type of material shall be considered unsuitable for embankment: material from swamps, marshes and bogs, peat, log, stump and perishable material, any soil that classifies as OL, OI, OH or point in accordance with IS 41498. Material susceptible to spontaneous combustion. Material in a frozen condition: clay having liquid limit exceeding 50 and plasticity index exceeding 25, and material with salt resulting in leaching in the embankment. X 305.2.1.2 Expensive clay exhibit marked swell and shrinkage properties, pre-swelling index exceeding 50% when tested as per IS 2720 part 40, shall not be used as a fill material. Where an expensive clay having free swelling index value less than 50% is used as a fill material, subgrade and top 500 mm portion of the embankment just below subgrade shall be non-expensive in nature. Three 5.2.1.3 Any fill material with a soluble sulfate content exceeding 1.9 gram of sulfate expressed as SO3 per liter when tested in accordance with BS 1377 part 3 but using a 2:1 water soil ratio shall not be deposited within 500 mm distance or any other distance described in the contract of permanent works constructed out of concrete, cement bound materials or other cementitious material with a total of sulfate content expressed as SO3 exceeding 0.5% by mass when tested in accordance with BS 1377 Part 3 shall not be deposited within 500 mm or other distances described in the contract of metallic items forming part of the permanent works. 305.2.1.4 The size of the coarse material in the mixture of earth shall ordinarily not exceed 75 mm when placed in the embankment and 50 mm when placed in the subgrade. However, the engineer may at his discretion permit the use of material coarser than this also if he is satisfied that the same will not present any difficulty as regards the placement of fill material and its compaction to the requirement of these specifications. The maximum particle size in such cases, however, shall not be more than 2/3 of the compacted layer thickness. 305.2.1.5 Ordinarily, only the material satisfying the density requirement given in Table 300-1 shall be employed for the construction of the embankment and the subgrade. Table 300-1 Density requirement of embankment and subgrade materials. Serial number 1 type of material and maximum laboratory unit weight when tested as per IS 2720 Part 8. Embankment up to 3 meter height not subjected to extensive flooding, not less than 15.2 kN per MQ. 2. Embankment exceeding 3 meter height or embankment any height subjected to long period of nudation, not less than 16 kN per MQ. Subgrade and earthen shoulder for just backfills not less than 17.5 kN per MQ. Note: the table is not applicable for lightweight full material that is cinder, fly ash, etc. The material to be used in subgrade shall be non-expensive and shall satisfy design CBR at the specified dry density and mixture content. In case the available material fail to meet the requirement of CBR, use of stabilization method in accordance with clause 403 and 404 of any stabilization method approved by the engineer shall be followed. 305.2.1.6 The material to be used in subgrade shall conform to the design CBR value at the specified dry density and moisture content of the last specimen. In the available material fails to meet the requirement of CBR, use of stabilization method in accordance with clauses 403 and 404 or by any stabilization method approved by the engineer or by the IRC accreditation committee shall be followed. 305.2.1.7 The material to be used in high embankment construction satisfy the specified requirement of strength parameters. General 305.2.2 General requirement 305.2.2.1 The material for embankment shall be obtained from approved source with preferences given to acceptable material becoming available from nearby roadway excavation under the same contract. These works shall be planned and executed that the best available material are saved for the subgrade and the embankment portion just below the subgrade. 305.2.2 Borrow materials. The materials for the source of supply of the materials for embankment and subgrade and compliance with the guidelines and environmental requirements in respect of excavation and borrow areas as stipulated from the time to time by the Ministry of Environment and Forests, Government of India and the local bodies as applicable shall be the sole responsibility of the contractor. Borrow pits along the road shall be discouraged if permitted by the engineer. These shall not be dug continuously. Ridges of not uses than 8-meter width. Should be left at interval not exceeding 300 meter. A small drain shall be cut through the edge to facilitate drainage. The depth of the pits shall be so regulated that their bottom does not cut an imaginary line having a slope of 1 vertical to 4 horizontal projected from the edge of the final section of the bank. The maximum depth in any case being limited to 1.5 meter. Also, no pit shall be dug within the offset width of a minimum of 10 meter. Haulage of material to embankments or other areas of fill shall proceed only when sufficient spreading and compaction plant is operating at the place of deposition. Where the excavation reveals a combination of acceptable and unacceptable material, the contractor shall, unless otherwise agreed by the engineer, carry out the excavation in such a manner that the acceptable materials are excavated separately for use in the permanent works without contamination by the unacceptable materials. The acceptable materials shall be stockpiled separately. The contractor shall ensure that he does not adversely affect the stability of excavation or fill by the methods of stockpiling materials, use of plant or seating of temporary building or structures. 305.2.2.3 Fly ash. Use of fly ash shall conform to the Ministry of Environment and Forest guidelines. Where fly ash is used, the embankment construction shall conform to the physical and chemical properties and requirements of IRC SP 38/2001 guidelines for use of fly ash in road construction. The term fly ash shall cover all types of coal ash such as pond ash, bottom ash or mound ash. Embankment construction out of fly ash shall be properly designed to ensure stability and protection against erosion in accordance with IRC guidelines. A suitable thick cover may preferably be provided at intervening layers of pond ash for this purpose. A thick soil cover shall bind the edge of the embankment to protect it against erosion. Minimum thickness of such soil cover shall be 500 mm. 305.2.2.4 Compaction requirements. The contractor shall obtain representative samples from each of the identified borrow areas and have these tested at the site laboratory following a testing program approved by the engineer. It shall be ensured that the subgrade materials, when compacted to the density requirements as in the table 302, such shall yield the specified design CBR value of the subgrade. Table 300-2 Compaction requirement for embankment and subgrade. Cell number, type of work, material, relative compaction as percentage of maximum laboratory dry density as per IS 2720 part 8. Number 1. Subgrade and earthen shoulders not less than 97%. Second, embankment not less than 95%. Third, expensive clays, a subgrade and 500 mm portion just below the subgrade not allowed. Remaining portion of embankment 90 to 95%. The contractor shall at least 7 working days before the commencement of the compaction submit the following to the engineer for approval. The value of maximum dry density and optimum moisture content obtained in accordance with IS 2720 part 8 appropriate for each of the fill materials he intends to use. A graph of dry density plotted against moisture content from which each of the value in one above of maximum dry density and optimum moisture content were determined. The maximum dry density and optimum moisture content approved by the engineer shall form the basis of the compaction. 305.3 Construction operation 305.3.1 Setting out. After the site has been cleared to clause 201, the work shall be set out to clause 301.3.1. The limits of the embankment subgrade shall be marked by fixing batter pegs on both sides at regular intervals as guidelines before commencing the earthwork. The embankment subgrade shall be built sufficiently wider than the design dimension so that surplus material may be trimmed, ensuring that the remaining material is to be desired density and in position specified and conforms to the specified side slopes. 305.3.2 Dewatering. If the foundation of the embankment is in area with straight water, and in the opinion of the engineer it is feasible to remove it. The same shall be removed by bailing out or pumping as directed by the engineer, and the area of the embankment foundation shall be kept dry. Care shall be taken to discharge the drained water so as not to cause damage to the work, crops, or any other property due to any negligence or the part of the contractor. If any such damage is caused, it shall be the sole responsibility of the contractor to repair, restore it to original condition, or compensate for the damage at his own cost. If the embankment is to be constructed underwater, clause 305.4.6 shall be applied. 305.3.3 Stripping and storing topsoil. When so directed by the engineer, the topsoil from all areas of utility and from all areas to be covered by embankment foundation shall be stripped to a specified depth not exceeding 150 mm and stored in stockpiles of height not exceeding 2 meters for covering embankment slopes, but cut slopes and other disturbed areas where revegetation is desired. Topsoil shall not be unnecessarily subjected to traffic either before stripping or when in a stockpile, shall not be surcharged or otherwise loaded, and multiple handling shall be kept to a minimum. 305.3.4 Compacting ground supporting embankment subgrade. Where necessary, the original ground shall be leveled to facilitate placement of first layer of embankment scarified mixed with water and then compacted by rolling in accordance with clause 305.3.5 and 305.3.6 so as to achieve minimum dry density as given in table 300-2. In case where the thickness between the subgrade level top of the subgrade or which pavement rest and ground level is less than 0.5 meter and the ground does not have 97% relative compaction with respect to the dry density as given in the table 300-2, the ground shall be loosened up to a level 0.5 meter below the subgrade level, watered and compacted in layers in accordance with clause 305.3.5 and 305.3.6 to achieve dry density not less than 97% relative compaction as given in table 302. Where so directed by the engineer, any unsuitable materials occurring in the embankment foundation 500 mm portion just below the subgrade shall be removed, suitably disposed and replaced by material laid in layers to the required degree of compaction. Any foundation treatment specified for the embankment, especially high embankment resting on suspect foundation as revealed by boreholes logs shall be carried out in manner and to the depth as desired by the engineer, where the ground on which an embankment is to be built has any of such material type A to F. In clause 305.2.1.1, at least 500 of such material must be removed and replaced by the applicable fill material before embankment construction commences. 305.3.5, sampling material in layers and bringing to appropriate moisture content. The 305.3.5.1, the embankment and subgrade material shall be spread in layers of uniform thickness in the entire width with a mortar grader. The compacted thickness of each layer shall not be more than 250 when vibratory roller vibratory soil compactor is used, and not more than 200 when 80 to 100 kilonewton static roller is used. The motor grader blade shall have hydraulic control suitable for initial adjustment and maintain the same so as to achieve the specific slope and grade. Successive layers shall not be placed until the layer under construction has been thoroughly compacted to the specified requirement as in table 300-2. And got approved by the engineer. Each compacted layer shall be finished parallel to the final cross section of the embankment. 305.3.5.2, moisture content of the material shall be checked at the sites of placement prior to commencement of compaction. If found to be out of agreed limits, the same shall be made good where water is required to be added in such a accordance in such a in such construction. Water shall be sprinkled from a water tanker fitted with a sprinkler capable of applying water uniformly with a comfortable rate of flow to various widths of surface, but without any flooding. The water shall be added uniformly and thoroughly mixed in soil by the bleeding using disc harrow until a uniform moisture content is obtained throughout the depth of the layers. If the material delivered to the road bed is too wet, it shall be dried by aeration and exposure to the sun till the moisture content is acceptable for compaction. Should circumstances arise where, owing to wet weather, the moisture content is acceptable for compaction, should circumstances arise where, owing to wet weather, the moisture content cannot be reduced to the required amount by the above procedure, compaction work shall be suspended moisture content of each layer of soil shall be checked in accordance with IS 2720 Part 2, and unless otherwise material shall be adjusted, making due to allowance for evaporation losses that at the time of compaction. It is in the range of 1% above and 2% below the optimum moisture content determined in accordance with IS 2720 Part 8, as the case may be. Expensive clay shall however be compacted at the moisture content corresponding to the specified dry density, but on the wet side of the optimum moisture content obtained from the laboratory compaction curve. After adding the required amount of water, the soil shall be processed by the means of graders, harrowers, rotary mixer, or as otherwise approved by the engineer until the layers is uniformly wet. Clods or hard lumps of earth shall be broken to have a maximum size of 75 mm when being placed in the embankment, and a maximum size of 50 mm when being placed in the subgrade 305.3.3 embankment. Other area of fill shall, unless otherwise required in the contract or permitted by the engineer, be constructed evenly over their full width and their fullest possible extent, and the contract shall control and direct construction plant and other construction vehicle damaged by the construction plant and other vehicular traffic shall be made good by the construction with the material having the same characteristic and strength of material before it was damaged. 305.4 Construction of embankment and subgrade under special conditions. 305.4.1 Earthwork for widening existing road embankment. When an existing embankment and or subgrade is to be widened and its slope are steeper than one vertical or four horizontal continuous horizontal benches, each at least 300 mm wide, shall be cut into the old slope for ensuring adequate bond with the fresh embankment subgrade material to be added. The net material obtained from cutting of benches could be utilized in the widening of the embankment subgrade. However, when the existing slope against which the fresh material is to be placed is flatter than the one vertical and four horizontal, the slope surface may only be plowed or scarified instead of restoring to benching. Where the width of the widened portion is sufficient to permit the use of conventional rollers, compaction shall be carried out with the help of lightweight vibratory roller, double drum walk behind roller, vibratory plate compactor or vibratory tamper, or any other appropriate equipment approved by the engineer. In dumping of material from truck for widening operation shall be avoided except in difficult circumstances when the extra width is too narrow to permit the movement of any other type of hauling equipments. 305.4.2 Earthwork for embankment and subgrade to be placed against sloping ground. Where on embankment subgrade is to be placed against sloping ground, the latter shall be appropriately sent or plowed scarified as required in clause 305.4.1 before placing the embankment and subgrade material. Extra earthwork involved in benching or due to plowing, scarifying etc. shall be considered incidental to the work. For wet conditions, benches with slightly inward fall and subsoil drains at the lowest point shall be provided as per the drawings before the field is placed against sloping ground. Where the contact requires construction of transverse subsurface drains at the cut field interface, work on the same shall be carried out to clause 309 in proper sequence with the embankment and subgrade work as approved by the engineer. 305.4.3 Earthwork over existing road surface. Where the embankment is to be placed over the existing road surface, the work shall be carried out as indicated below. If the existing road surface is of granular type and lies within 1 meter of the new formation level, it shall be scarified to a depth of 50 mm or as directed, so as to provide ample bond between the old and new material, ensuring that at least 500 mm portion below the top of new subgrade level is compacted to the desired density. If the existing road surface is of bituminous type on cement concrete and lies within bituminous type or cement concrete and lies within 1 meter of the new formation level, the bituminous or cement concrete layer shall be removed completely. If the level difference between the existing road surface and the new formation level is more than 1 meter, the existing surface shall be roughened after ensuring that the minimum thickness of 500 mm of subgrade is available. 305.4.4 Embankment and subgrade around structure to avoid interface with the construction abutment, wing walls or return walls of culvert bridge structures. The contractor shall at points to determined by the engineer suspend work on the embankment forming approaches to such structure until such time as the construction of the latter is sufficiently advanced to permit the compaction of approaches without the risk of damage to the structure unless directed otherwise. The filling around culvert bridges and other structures up to a distance of twice the height of the road from the back of the abutment shall be carried out independent of the work on the main embankment. The fill material shall not be placed against any abutment or wing wall unless permission has been given by the engineer, but in any case not until the concrete or masonry has been in position for 14 days. The embankment and subgrade shall be brought up simultaneously in equal layers on each side of the structure to avoid displacement and unequal pressure. The sequence of work in which regard shall be got approved from the engineer. The material used for backfill shall not be an organic soil or highly plastic clay having plasticity index and liquid limit more than 20 and 40 respectively when tested accordance with IS 2720 part 5. Filling behind abutment and wing wall for structures shall conform to the general guidelines given in IRC 78. The fill material shall be deposited in horizontal layers in loose thickness and compacted thoroughly to the requirements of table 300-2, where the provision of any filter media is specified behind the abutment. The same shall be laid in layers simultaneously with the laying of filling material. The material used for filter shall conform to the requirements for filter medium spelled out in clause 2504 unless otherwise specified in the contract. Where it may be impracticable to use conventional roller, the compaction shall be carried out by appropriate mechanical means such as a small vibratory roller, plate compactor or power rammer. Care shall be taken to see that the compaction equipment does not hit or come too close to any structure member so as to cause any damage to them or excessive pressure against the structure. 305.4.5 Construction of embankment over ground incapable of supporting construction equipments. Where the embankment is to be constructed across ground which will not support the weight of repeated heavy loads of construction equipment, the first layer of the fill may be constructed by placing successive loads of material in a uniformly distributed layers or a minimum thickness required to support the construction equipment as permitted by the engineer. The contractor is desired by him may also suitable geosynthetic material to increase the bearing capacity of the foundation. This exception to normal procedure will not be permitted where in the opinion of the engineer the embankment could be constructed in the approved manner. Over such ground by the use of the lighter or modified equipments after proper and damage have been provided where this exception is permitted. The selection of and the construction procedure to obtain acceptable layers shall be the responsibility of the contractor. The cost of providing suitable traffic condition for construction equipments over any area of the contract will be the responsibility of the contractor and no extra payment will be made to him. The remainder of the embankment shall be constructed as specified in the clause 305.3. 305 4.6 embankment construction under water and waterlogged area. 305.4.6.1 embankment construction under water where filling and backfilling is to be placed under water. Only acceptable granular material or rock shall be used unless otherwise approved by the engineer. Acceptable granular material shall be of GW, SW, GP, SP as per IS 1498 and consists of grounded, hard, durable, practicable with maximum particle size not exceeding 75 mm. The material should be non-plastic having uniformity coefficient of not less than 10. The natural placed in open water shall be deposited by end tipping without compaction. 305.4.6.2 embankment construction in waterlogged and marshy area. This work shall be done as per IRC 34. 305.4.7 earthwork for high embankment. The material for high embankment construction shall conform to clause 305.2.1.7. In the case of high embankment more than 6 meter, the contractor shall normally use fly ash in conformity with clause 305.2.1.1 or the material from the approved borrow areas where provided stage construction of embankment and controlled rates of filling shall be carried out in accordance with the contract, including installation of instruments and its monitoring. Where required, the contractor shall surcharge embankment or other areas of fill with approved material for the period specified in the contract. If settlement of surcharged fill results, the contractor shall bring the resultant levels up to formation level with acceptable material for use in fill. 305.4.8 settlement period. Where settlement period is specified in the contract, the embankment shall remain in place for the required settlement period. Before excavation for abutment, wing wall, retaining wall, footing, etc. or driving foundation piles, the duration of the required settlement period at each location shall be as provided for in the contract or as directed by the engineer. 305.5 plying of traffic. Construction and other vehicular traffic shall not use the prepared surface of the embankment and or subgrade without the prior permission of the engineer. Any damage arising out of such use shall however be made good by the contractor at his own cost as directed by the engineer. 305.6 surface finish of construction of subgrade shall conform to the requirements of the clause 902. Contract control on the quality of material and works shall be exercised in accordance with clause 903. 305.7 Subgrade strength 305.7.1. It shall be ensured prior to actual execution that the material to be used in the subgrade satisfies the requirement of the design CBR. 305.7.2 Subgrade shall be compacted and finished to the design strength consistent with other physical requirements. The actual laboratory CBR value of constructed subgrade shall be determined on remolded samples compacted to the field density at the field moisture content and tested for soaked unsoaked condition as specified in the contract. 305.8 Measurement for payment. 305.8.1 Earth embankment subgrade construction shall be measured separately by taking cross section at intervals given in subsection 113.3 after completion of clearing and grubbing. After completion of embankment subgrade, the volume of earthwork shall be computed in cubic meter by the method of average end areas. 305.8.2 The measurement of fill material from borrow areas shall be the difference between the net quantities of compacted fill and the net quantities of the suitable material brought from roadway and drainage excavation. For this purpose, it shall be assumed that 1 MQ of suitable material brought to site from road and drainage excavation forms 1 MQ of compacted fill, and all bulking or shrinkage shall be ignored. 305.8.3 The embankment construction with fly ash will be measured in MQ separately for the fly ash portion and for the soil covered and the intervening layers of the soil unless otherwise specified in the contract. Construction of embankment underwater shall be measured in MQ. 305.8.4 305.8.5 Construction of high embankment with a specified material and in a specified manner shall be measured in MQ. 305.8.6 Stripping including storing and replication of topsoil shall be measured in 305.8.7 Work involving loosening and recompacting of ground supporting embankments subgrade shall be measured in MQ. 305.8.8 Removal of unsuitable material at embankment subgrade foundation and replacement with suitable material shall be measured in MQ. Scarifying existing ground bituminous road surface shall be measured in square meters. 305.8.10 Dismantling and removal of existing cement concrete pavement shall be measured via clause 202.6. 305.8.11 Filter medium and backfill materials behind abutment, wing wall and other retaining structures shall be measured as finished work in position in MQ. 305.9 Rates. 305.9.1 The contract unit rate for the items of embankment and subgrade construction shall be payment in full for carrying out the required operation enhancing full compensation for cost of arrangement of land as a source of supply of material of required quantity for construction unless provided otherwise in the contract. Second number, setting out. Third number, compacting ground, supporting embankment, subgrade except where removal and replacement of suitable material or loosening and recompacting is involved. Scarifying or cutting continuous horizontal benches 300 wide on side slopes of existing embankment and subgrade as applicable. Cost of watering or drying of material in borrow areas and or embankment and subgrade during construction as required. Shaping and dressing top and slopes of the embankment and subgrade, including rounding of corners, restricted working. 8 number, restricted working at site and structures. 9 number, working on narrow width or embankment and subgrade. 10 number, excavation in all soils and borrow pits designated borrow areas, including cleaning and grubbing and transporting the material to embankment and subgrade sites with all leads and lights unless otherwise provided in the contract. Leads and lifts unless otherwise provided in the contract. All labor, materials, tools, equipment, incidental necessary to complete the work to the specific. 12th number, dewatering, and 13 number, keeping the equipment completed formation free of water as per clause 311. Transporting unsuitable excavated material for disposal with all leads and lifts. 305.9.2 clause 301.9.5 shall apply as regards contract unit rate for the items of stripping and storing topsoil, including replication of topsoil. 305.9.3 clause 301.9.2 shall apply as regards contract unit rate for the items of loosening and recompacting the embankment subgrade formation. 305.9.4 clause 309.1.1 and 305.8 shall apply as regards contract rate for items of removal of unsuitable material and replacement with suitable material respectively. 305.9.5 the contract unit rate for scarifying existing granular bituminous road surface shall be payment in full for carrying out the required operation, including full compensation for all labor, material, tools, equipment, and incidentals necessary to complete the work. This will also comprise of handling, giving credit towards salvage value and disposal of the dismantled materials with all leads and lifts or as otherwise specified. 305.9.6 clause 202.7 shall apply as regards contract unit rate for dismantling and removal of existing cement concrete pavements. 305.9.7. The contract unit rate for providing and laying filter materials shall be payment in full for carrying out the required operations, including all materials, labor, tools, equipment, and incidentals to complete the work to specification. 305.9.8. The contract unit rate for providing and compacting backfill behind abutment and retaining walls shall be payments in full for carrying out the required operations, including all materials, labor, tools, equipment, and incidentals to complete the works to specification. 305.9.9 clause 305.4.6 shall apply as regards contract unit rate for construction of embankment underwater. 305.9.10 clause 305.4.7 shall apply as regards contract unit rate for construction of high embankment. It shall include cost of instrumentation, its monitoring and settlements period where specified in the contract of or directed by the engineer. In this way, we learned the section 305 embankment construction. Thank you.